Hello everyone, this is Shan the Creative Cat, and in this video I'll be doing a video about how to tame a parrot. I've done this video quite a long time ago when I just got Ricky. Right now he's 4 years old and he's lived with me for like 4 years. The video that I've done was in Russian, so I will leave a link below, whoever is interested to see my first video. But today I'm gonna tell you everything in order, how it started to the end till right now. He is very tamed. Okay, he doesn't want to be with me right now, but like he's very tamed. He has his own Instagram, and I'll leave a link for that below as well. So let's start. So before starting your training session or your taming session, you should pick the most favorite fruits of your birds or veggies or treats, whatever. So I picked sunflower seeds. He really likes them. It's just for the start of the so I got a stick. You can actually get some like sushi sticks or anything, but I just found this. I just broke it from here. Oh well. And then I got some millet spray. He really likes them. It's like one of his favorite treats, but you can't give them too much or they're gonna get fat. Come here, baby. And then I got some pear pieces, but like he likes apple and grapes and other kind of stuff. So yeah, let's start. So to the setting of the cage should be very easy for you and your bird to be able to. So if your bird is scared of you, it should have a lot of space to like flap its wings and like jump onto the other side of the cage. If there's like too many toys, it will bang itself and hurt itself. And it's also easy for me because I can actually like. Sorry, there's just a mirror in there. He's like very weird. It's quite easy for me to actually give him some food and just like the room that I picked is my room, and I put his cage next to the mirror so he was comfortable. He's actually comfortable with like any of this room because he's like always here. But like when it comes to the bird that you want to train and it's like wild and it doesn't want to get like literally doesn't want to do anything, you have to pick a room that he's never been in. It can't be too dark or too light so you can see what he's doing. Pick a place where it's by the mirror so he can see like another parrot. Well, it's himself, but yeah. And leave him there for like about just the time so he was comfortable. So he went down. When you see him going down to eat his food or just like stretching. So that's the time where you can start your training session. So yeah. So I put him in the cage, and you guys now have to imagine he is a wild bird. He has never been touched by like a human. Maybe he has, but like just imagine he's going crazy right now. So give it time. Try not to wear too bright stuff because it scares like animals. But he's like comfortable with me just wearing some random stuff. And I'm going to tell a bit about how I tamed my bird. When I first got him, he was 8 months old, and he was quiet. He was really scared of people, and so what we had to do when we let him out for like, so when you get your bird, you have to keep it there for about 2 weeks to settle in the room. Then you can like try to like tame and stuff like that. And when we first let him out, he was very crazy. We couldn't put him back. So we took a decision. It was quite some of you might think it's a very stupid decision, but that was our choice. We clipped his wings. And by clipping wings, some people might not understand. You just get the very edges of the wings and just cut them. The bird isn't hurt, but he can't fly anymore. That's the way I tamed her. But if you want to tame it the other way, I'm going to show you how to do it. So right now the bird is calmed down. He is feeling fine. People around him. What you have to do, get the stick they use and dip it in the water so it was wet. My bird isn't scared of me, but the easy way you can just take it out and just dip it. Then get some food. and try encourage him to come to you. He might not come for the first time. You can see he's like, then just like slowly he'll come to you. He's a bit scared because my mum is recording. By the way, because I actually tamed my bird, he doesn't like anyone else in the family. He only likes me, and this is sometimes can be like a problem because when someone else wants to come and handle him, he bites or just flies away. The second way you can do, just put some food onto the stick that he likes. Just get here. That's the first contact. Not the actual contact with you, but this contact is also important. So now you can just like. So here he now a bit trusts you, and now you can try giving it from hand. Some birds won't go first time, but they can if you don't give them like their favorite treat for like 1 or 2 a day, which is like not as much as you used to, but then they'll be desperate getting that treat. So yeah, it can be a bit hard for me because he trusts me a lot, and when I try to show some stuff like what other birds do, and he doesn't, and so I hope you understand what I mean. The next stage, when he like eats big pieces of food from your hand, you can try giving him some small pieces of food like seed. That's his favorite one. Try to like give it. Also, don't be afraid. When you're afraid of like any animal, they can feel it, and I was afraid first time, but as the time goes, you get used to them, but like try to hold it a bit tighter. So here. He like used to you like feeding him from hand, so he thinks I have something in my hand and like I can hold it, I can touch him. Now you can go to the other step. I'm not sure what step it is. I think it's 3rd or 4th, but like let out him of the cage. It can be quite scary for the bird, because like, and it can be scary for you, because if the bird is flying around the room going crazy, there's some people who just grab their head and just start running around, but like just try to be calm. So here he is, he's out right now, and he's by the mirror, which is quite good, because you can see another bird. He thinks it's like he came out, like the other bird came out as well, and he's fine. Try to get something that he likes, like for example millet spray. All birds like millet sprays. It's like one of their favorite things. And put it here. Well, my bird, how I just said, is trusts me the most. But the bird will be like very interested in it. He will go and like go around and run around the hand, but he wouldn't get. But as time goes, and you have to be really patient with that, it will come to your hand. And right now you can see he's just like running on some millet. Right now he's eating on some millet. I'm just going to tell you a bit about like when the bird starts to fly around the room like crazy. Find a spot where you can just stand by the wall or just sit down, and make sure the bird doesn't think that you're like something that will harm him. Just sit down and wait until he sits in the cage or finds a spot around the room. He will be very, very wild at first time, but it depends on the bird as well. He's fine, like, He just cleaning his cage, his beak, sorry. And yeah. Give him his favourite toy. If you put some toys around the cage and you see him most playing with the one toy, just hang it somewhere. It makes the bird feel comfortable. Like he has that toy and he's most close to that toy, I'll say. Put some favourite stuff around the cage so he knew that the cage is his sort of safe place. So again, this stick is very important. It will help you throughout all the training session. It doesn't matter what stick, I just used some random one. So here's the stick. My bird is a bit trained, so he knows that he has to touch it and then he'll get the seed. But first, he was really scared of this stick, so I tried keeping it close to him and then tried to stroke him with it and just play around with the stick so he was used to it. Some people use clickers, but I don't have a clicker, so I just do this. Just a noise that helps him understand that he has to touch this thing to get a treat. Get some treats in your hand. So for example, sunflower seeds. Do this. And then give it to him. When he hears that, he gets used to the noise, and when he does something good, you give him a treat. When he does something good, for example, I get a seed and then I make him turn around. Oh, okay, turn around, turn around, and then here it is. I had an experience with another bird, but she passed away. Her name was Tiki. Some of you might know of my other videos. And she was quite an aggressive bird. She was, well, at first she was, but then it all to do with the owner, how she was living, and life, and where she was born. It all depends on what happened to her in the past. If the bird was living in just a normal surrounding where it had big cage, big time flying and just stuff like that, it would be not that aggressive. But she used to live in a small cage. She, by the wings, you could see that she was flapping all around and she was getting really scared and it was bleeding all the time and stuff like that. And I could not tame her, but the thing that I got was I could feed her from my hand. And that's a big step because she was really scared of people. She did not go anywhere. She was trying to attack and try to keep us safe, but I could feed her. When she used to see him come and eat from my hand, she was getting a bit she trusted me, and as the time when she came and started eating from my hand, but unfortunately she passed away 2 years ago. And yeah, also people, when you tame a bird, it's not as easy. I know people have if you watch on Instagram and stuff like that where birds are just flying around sitting on people's head and just doing some fun stuff with them, don't get jealous, because your bird is much more better than the other's bird because that's your bird. And it's very important that you have to give the bird lots of love so he trusted you, and the time. Some birds need less time to get used to the person. Some birds need more. And if you have a bird that has more time, that means that's a very great thing, because your bird doesn't how could I say it? So basically, it does trust you, but kind of not. And going through the taming session is very powerful, and it has lots of feelings to it. So yeah, after the long words, we're coming back to the stick. So as I just said, when the bird get used to coming and biting this thing, and then you give it a treat, so make it, don't give it where it is. Try to encourage it come to you and get the treat. Okay, so just also give the bird time to eat the treat that it has. Give it about 5 seconds after then the step that I did was, so get your treat, put it on a stick, just how I did when he was inside of the cage, and encourage him to go in your hand. It will take quite a long time. Oh, be careful, baby. And here it is. He's in your hand. And when he comes into your hand, first time, give it treats as soon as possible. and try to put him back there. Next time when he steps on your hand, try to take it a bit further away from the cage, so he jumped into the cage, then further and further. Then as the time flies by, he knows that if he goes into your hand, he'll get a treat, and that's how you do it. So let's just say. So here it is, my little booty. I might be doing a video soon about how I found out that Ricky was a male. So just gonna tell you a quick story about how I found out that he was a male. So when I got him, we were told that he was a male. He was 8 months old. So we had to wait, and sometimes I used to think that he was a female, and then it's back to male. And then one day I saw a little dot on his neck, and that's how it went. But the next video I'm going to tell you about how actually everything happened. It's just like quick. I hope you have enjoyed this video, so put like, subscribe to our channel, and subscribe to our Instagram as well. So thanks everyone.